Welcome, Ford's Colony homeowners, to the 2024 FCHOA budget review presentation. I'm Rick Morrison, the FCHOA Treasurer for 2023. After you review this presentation, please submit any questions to the email link at the end of the presentation. This and the following slide provide the agenda for this presentation. Note that at the end of the presentation, there's a slide that tells you how to submit questions to the HOA. I want to thank the key contributors who developed this proposed budget. The Finance Committee volunteers, chaired by Phil Rockefeller, orchestrated the development of the 2024 budget. They received detailed budget submissions, which represent the majority of the HOA spending from the four standing committees listed here and from the management agent who collected input from the other committees. Finally, I want to thank my fellow board members who made critical recommendations to help finalize this budget proposal. As a starting point for the 2024 budget discussion, we'll review the 2023 budget execution status as of the end of September 2023. This slide shows the status of FCHOA operating budget revenues to date. Overall, we've collected $54,880 more revenue than projected. Assessments are under budget for two reasons. First, the development of the 14 lots in the park at Westport has been delayed. And second, the HOA contribution to Ford's Colony Drive was increased. Key factors contributing to other revenues exceeding budget include higher than anticipated Talk of the Colony and Ford's Colony Living advertising income, increases in property resales and architectural review committee activity, and increased interest on various HOA accounts. This slide shows the status of the 2023 year-to-date operating expenses. Through the end of September, we spent $168,222 less than planned. Key areas where year-to-date expenses are less than budget include roads and project management and security. We're forecasting an end-of-year favorable variance of $198,030, which will be rolled over to reduce 2024 homeowners assessment. This slide shows the status of the planned capital reserve fund expenses for 2023. An end-of-year favorable variance of $17,737 is projected. Overall, the FCHOA had a very successful 2023 financially, especially when considering the inflation factors that impacted prices for the HOA as well as our homeowners. Now I will cover the 2024 proposed budget. This slide lists the revenue assumptions that were used to develop the 2024 budget. We're forecasting an increase in the number of properties paying assessments to include 14 new lots in the park at Westport. We are also projecting an increase in other revenue. Key factors include an increase in carryover from 2023 and increased fees associated with construction of country club villas. The capital contribution fee is the FCHOA fee collected as part of each property sale. The fee is equal to 2/4 of the current assessment. This fee was initiated in mid-2022, and the funds are directed to reduce the homeowner contribution to the capital reserve account. When the board signed the agreement with Glow Fiber to install conduit for streetlight wiring, the board decided to use CCF collections from 2023 and a portion of 2024 to repay Glow Fiber in October 2024. This slide lists the major expense-related assumptions for the 2024 proposed budget. The major expense factor, as always, is the cost of labor and related employee benefits. Increases in this area are directly related to the recent inflation we've all experienced. To keep any assessment increase to a minimum, only a limited number of important operating fund projects have been included in the proposed 2024 budget. This is a comparison of the 2024 and 2023 capital reserve expenses. Please note that 2023 is the year for significant road repaving to keep our roads safe for travel. This was planned for, and funds were set aside in prior years to pay for this effort. While the total planned expenditures for 2024 are significantly less than in 2023, the capital reserve contribution remains relatively level to fund future capital repair and replacement of FCHOA infrastructure. The capital reserve contribution is a major input to the 2024 proposed budget, approximately 21% of the total expenses. This slide shows a comparison of the proposed 2024 budget by department area to the 2023 budget. Most of the expenses in the operating budget are driven by increases in the cost of labor to reimburse the management agent, as well as increases in the cost of contracts, materials, and utilities. The significant increase in the technology area is for a new IT hire, realignment of IT-related functions from the security budget to technology, combined with other RPM IT-related functions, all of which will be assigned to the new IT hire, will offset most of this salary expense. We've now reached the bottom line, how the HOA will pay for the proposed 2024 budget expenses and capital reserve contribution. This slide shows the current assessment revenues, carryover from 2023, and planned fee revenues. The total is the projected 2024 revenue prior to an assessment increase. Compared to the planned budget expenses, we have a shortfall of $118,507. The board proposes to increase the 2024 assessment by $40 per year or $10 per quarter to balance the budget. This equates to a 1.77% increase. The board, committees, and management agent will work diligently in 2024 to make sure HOA homeowners receive maximum value for their assessment dollars in order to maintain Forts Connolly as a premier residential community. The board solicits your questions on the 2024 proposed budget. This slide provides the information for homeowners to submit budget questions to myself and the board. I will personally respond by email to all questions submitted. During the town hall on November 2nd at the Swim and Tennis Club, similar questions will be combined and summarized for response. Thank you for reviewing this presentation, and thank you for your support for the Forts Connolly Homeowners Association.